Okay, garlic, your time has come. Hello, it's Jane here. It's the middle of June and I'm sitting here staring at a bunch of what I can only call quite sorry looking garlic plants. They were planted last October, so they've been in there now for whatever that is, 8 months? Nearly 8 months, and yeah, really they're starting to die back. There are a few signs of rust and they are telling me, Jane, it's time we got out of here. Okay, we want to come and live in your nice cool shed and cure. So today that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the varieties I've got, because I think I've got 5 varieties here, and also I'd be quite interested to see the difference in how they've grown and what varieties have fared best. So I'll bring you over and show you a little bit more of them. Okay, if I just show you on this one, you can see that there has been a leaf there that's come off, and this next leaf here has completely died back. And if I pull this one, which I've tucked out the way because it's right in the way of the camera, that's on its way out as well. So once your first 2 leaves have started to die off, that means that the bulb is dying back now and all the goodness is going into the bulb. Some people wait for a few more leaves to die off, but to be honest, I would probably have given this another week if it wasn't showing signs of rust. This one, you can see it's got a few bits of rust there, but I'll show you another one that's slightly more affected. Okay, you can see on this one here, this is one of the Messidor garlic, that is actually now showing, yeah, fair sign of rust there, which won't necessarily affect the garlic too badly, but it will affect how long it'll store for, because each of these leaves, as you probably know, forms like a little packet around the bulb to help store it, and as it dies off, it shrinks, stops any moisture getting in, so when it's completely cured you've got like a lovely little watertight bulb. But yeah, obviously if these leaves are going to get damaged, that is going to affect the storage. So that is the other thing that's made me want to get these up today. Plus, actually, I need somewhere to put my courgettes, and they're getting a little bit pot bound, so I think if I manage to get these up, we'll have a perfect little spot for them. So let's get cracking. The wind is picking up as I speak, which is typical, isn't it? It'll be a lawnmower next. There we are, there's a dog as well. But I'm going to start off, nevertheless, I'm going to start off at this end, which are the ones that I think look least promising, and these are called Violet. Now, I think they probably have got another name, but Mike brought them back from a holiday. Can you see that? And they were literally really nice violet looking bulbs, and he said the man on the market stall told him they were called Violet, so we'll go with that. And what I want to do, you can see this is dying off. It's been a hardneck variety, so I've taken the scapes off about a week ago, and you probably know if you do have a hardneck, you get your 2 varieties of garlic, don't you? You get your soft neck and your hard neck. Your soft neck ones store for longer. Your hard neck ones are really more suited to our sort of climate, so tend to grow better in the UK. But the hard neck ones will get a flower stalk going through the middle of it, which will eventually turn into a flower, which will produce seeds and bulbils for the next year. You want to take them off before they develop too much, because otherwise they'll form a hard stem in the centre of your bulb, which will affect the storage. But the main thing is it will take all the goodness from the plant, will go up into producing the seeds and the bulbils for next year, instead of all coming down and filling up our bulb. So let's see if this bulb has actually filled up. Be quiet, Jane, and do some digging. Right, okay, you can see, unlike onions, you can't see how big it is. Like an onion will push itself out the ground to an extent, won't it? As will carrots. So I'm veering on the careful side and perhaps the optimistic side by going in from the edge. Oh, this looks tiny. What's this going to be? Oh, hey! You know what? I'm really quite pleased with that. Look at that! From that, sorry Violet, I'm going to say, that weedy little stem there, That smells like garlic. I am actually really pleased with that one. Now hold on, pride comes before a fall. Let's try this second one and then I'll move on. So let's try a second one again, away from the stem, because you don't want your knife or your trowel or whatever to go through it. Let's have a looky. Oh, you know what? Not the biggest clove of garlic, but how sweet is that? That is lovely. Right, okay, well I'm pleased and relieved because I've got 5 rows of these, so so I shall continue with those in a minute. I'm going to keep those in that line and I'm going to move you down to the next variety. Okay, next along the line, the sun's out now, which is nice, but of course it's in shadow, isn't it? But never mind. Next along the line we've got Casablanca, which you know, if you grow garlic, you've probably heard of this one before. It's really readily available, really good, again, for our climate, and is a hardneck one, the same, oh look, I'm being too optimistic there, aren't I? The same as the violet. So let's have a little go. I'm being very careful with these, this will soon wear off. Okay, probably the same size as the violet. Can you see if I get my shadow out of the way? But we are very, very lucky. We do get leaf miner on this plot, although this does look quite clean, but we do not get white rot. So yeah, pleased with that. Let's stick another one up, see how it looks. We'll go for this one. You can hear the roots. I don't know if you can go and go, ah, leave me alone. Okay, yeah, there we go. You see those? 2 nice heads of garlic, nice and clean. What you're looking for, and one of the issues about, can you see that now? The issues about leaving in the ground for too long is if they have started to dry off. So if your bottom leaves have started to dry off and then you get a sudden deluge of rain, or you water them in the last couple of weeks of growing, these can start to split. So again, like with anything, like with tomatoes are the most easy one to explain. If you've not watered your tomatoes for a while and then all of a sudden you give them a good drink, you'll find that they can start to split because the flesh inside will suddenly swell. Same happens with garlic, and once the packaging has started to shrink and the garlic inside starts to swell, then you'll start to get split bits here, which is fine, absolutely fine. It just means it won't store as well. So yeah, just be aware of that. Right, okay, sort of impressed with my Casablanca. It's a standard garlic. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I've swizzed you around now, so you shouldn't get my shadow in the way. Oi! And we're going to have a look at this one, and this one, I don't think you'll be able to see that at all, is a Germidor. Now, I can't remember if I've planted these before, but yeah, you can see the bottom leaves have died off. Actually, this next one, look at that, I don't know if you can see that. That's got a bit of damage there from the outside. Okay, we'll investigate that in a minute. But the Germidor, yeah, let's give it a go. Let's see, so you can hear the roots, so you know you've got something. Oh, that's tiny. That's ridiculous. Is that because that's not as dead as the others? I'm going to have to do another one. Let's see. This one that looks like it's had damage. It's probably not the best example, is it? Make sure my knife isn't going to go into the bulb as opposed to under the bulb. Let's see. Oh no, look at that. Let me just see if you can see that. I think that could just be slugs. You know what? I didn't think slugs bothered that much with garlic. That's an unusual one. It's a lovely smell. That is an unusual one. As I said before, it looked like I'd been attacked from the outside a bit, but oh well. Not so good, Germidor. I don't think I'll be keeping that one, even to use immediately. So let's move on to the last one and cross our fingers it's not quite as bad as that. Coming now to the last one, which is the Messidor, and there are 2 rows of this, and this is the one I would leave longer were it not for the rust there, which you can see on here. So let's give this a go. I think we've gone from good to okay to horrendous, so we're due a good again, aren't we? Let's just see. Oh, someone's having a giggle in the background, not me. They've seen that garlic, haven't they? Right, okay. Oh, come on. Is it going all the way under because it's a huge bulb, or is it going all the way under because there's nothing there? Oh, not looking good, is it? Oh, God, crikey. Oh, have I just done that? I might have just done that. Oh, Jane. You're not having much luck, are you? That is literally, that can be used. That is literally, I've just sliced that. Yeah, that's not been got. That's been got by me. Okay, let's do another one. Try and do it more successfully. I'm not having much success at all so far, am I? I'm going to go for this one. Right, one more go with the Messidor. This one looks like a nice healthy one. A little bit of rust. Try not to slice through it this time, Jane. Let's have a go. Feels like these go quite deep actually. Let's have a little go. You hear that? Oh! Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's a lot better than the other one. But these outside leaves, you can see how, yeah, it's almost like they've burst out of those already, isn't it? But there's plenty of packaging left on there. So, yeah. Better than the last one anyway. So, okay, I'm going to put some nice music on now and probably speed you up a bit, and we'll see if we can get through the rest of this harvest and take a look at what we've got at the end. Okay, I think that's a fairly clear demonstration as to which ones have done best and which ones haven't. I mean, there were more rows of the violet, so there were 5 rows of that, but they've certainly produced the bigger, healthier looking bulb. Next to them we've got the, oh my goodness Jane, what was it, the Casablanca. Yeah, mixed reviews, some big bulbs, some smaller. Probably could have done with staying in for another week, but as I say, bit of rust, wanted to get them out. Then we've got the Germidor. Now this is the one that the slugs had to go at. I think it was slugs now, because I found a baby one munching away, minding its own business, munching away on one of them. So yeah, there was a couple of culprits of slug damage there, and then at the end we've got the Messidor, which, to be honest, as I did point out at the beginning, by the time I got to the end, I was being a bit willy-nilly with my knife, and yeah, there were casualties. But not to bother, we'll use those up first thing before we think about storing these others. But I'm going to take them over to the table and we'll have a little chat. so there we have it, garlic harvest 2022. Mixed results, can be down to a number of things, can be down to maybe the soil was slightly different at one end of the plot, because these violet ones were the first that I dug up, and they are beautiful. And what I really like about those is, you know, I haven't seen them for sale in this country, probably because I don't know the correct name. It might be a really common variety, but I haven't seen them before, so I'll be really excited to see what the taste is like. Then we've got the good old Casablanca, which, yeah, sold everywhere, really good for the UK climate. And what are we? I always forget what zone we're equivalent we're in. 7, 8, whereabouts I am in the middle of the UK. So yeah, that, really pleased with that. Obviously I'm showing you a big one. There are smaller, but you know, all doable. Then we come to this little fella. Look at that, the Germidor. I mean, really, what's it like? It's like, it's like a bottleneck garlic. I mean, literally, you know, these are actually quite tough to dig up, and I don't know why, because it was just like pulling up the stem, but you can see there is hardly anything to them. And if I sniff them, they smell of garlic. Let's sniff the Casablanca. They smell of garlic. Some people do say the smaller the garlic, the more intense the flavour can be. So it might be that these taste absolutely fantastic. There's got to be something good to be said about them, but I don't even know actually if these will have split. I looked them up, and according to everything you read, Germidor is a soft neck garlic, but if you look there, little scape there coming. So a scape is only really associated with the hard neck. So maybe it's just a case of I dug those up too early. I don't know. That's the issue. If you've got lots of different varieties in one section, obviously you're going to have some that ripen, mature quicker than others. So maybe they should have taken a bit longer. And then at the end here, I've got Messidor, which is all right. You know, I think I showed you before, I did get a bit bored by the time I was harvesting these. So yeah, although there were only 2 rows of these, let's see how many I've got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 there. 3 of them, the knife went straight through them because I just wanted to get them up, but never mind, they will get eaten straight away. But I'd be really interested to know actually if you've had a similar, what I'd call a mixed result with your garlic harvest, and what you put it down to. I was saying earlier on that one of the garlic, was it a Germidor, looked like it had been gotten by a slug, and I didn't think slugs ate garlic. Following that, I found 2 slugs on the Germidor. But why just the Germidor garlic? Why them? There were none on these ones. You know, whether they just looked at that and thought, oh, poor thing, it's on its way out anyway. I don't know. But yeah, so there we have it. Quite pleased. We have literally used up our last garlic from last year about a week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so they've seen us through 12 months. And I would say, I've got no idea how many cloves we've got. I will, I'm saying it, I will count them and put it on the screen. But we do use a lot of garlic, so I don't know, let's see how long it lasts. But yeah, definitely I'm going to keep some of the cloves from the violet, and I'd say I'd keep some of the cloves from the Casablanca, but really they're so cheap and easy to pick up anyway that we'll see how we go with those. Won't be doing Germidor again, won't be doing Casablanca, what's that one? Messidor again. Waste of time. What I didn't mention though, one of the things I was saying earlier on about the differences between hardneck and softneck garlic, and this, you know, we don't know about this Germidor as yet, is the softneck garlic. And for this one, the reason people like to grow that is because you can braid them afterwards and make them look really, really pretty. Okay, have them in little plaits hanging up, but only somewhere cool and dry. But all I'm going to do now with these, I am going to put them upside down. Last year I let them cure in the greenhouse, which was probably wrong because it was probably too hot, but I've got some really nice racks in there. I don't know, I'll think about it, but I'll either do them in the greenhouse or I'll hang them upside down in a hanging basket in the shed, because if you put them through the slats of the hanging basket, they're upside down, they're in a cool, dark, dry place, although we have got a hole in the roof, and I'll leave them to cure. I'm not going to take any of this papery skin off because that will form part of the package. To tighten up around the bulb, I will just brush off most of the clods of soil and leave it at that. So that's it. Quite pleased. It's an okay, I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm on a 7 with pleased with this one. 10 being ecstatic, which would be a bit sad, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm on about a 7, which is okay. Anyway, the wind is really picking up. The sun's out now, but the wind is picking up, and I'm a little bit worried that I am covered, as in I've got branches overhead that are full of maturing apples, which are just about to, well, quite a few of them have come down as I've been talking actually, because they're getting ready for the June drop. So any minute now I could have an eye out, you know, so I think it's about time I wrapped it up. Do please subscribe, press the bell for notifications, come along to the Facebook group, come along to the Instagram page. It'd be really lovely to see you there. But most of all, if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, give me a little comment below, and let me know how you're getting on with your garlic. Okay, I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.